Joyce Raimondo. I'm an artist. I'm also an author. I write children's books about art. And today we're going to be celebrating Halloween by making art. And I invite you to make art alongside me today. Now, we're going to make our favorite Halloween characters, and it's up to you to choose what character you want to make. I'm going to make a witch. Can you think of any other characters that you could make for Halloween? Maybe you could make a zombie. Maybe you could make a funny or a scary monster. You could even make a princess. And we're going to make our characters really, really big so you can hang it up as a decoration. These are the supplies you'll need. A scissor, a glue stick, a marker can come in handy. You're going to need some papers. So you're going to need a paper that's about 9 by 12 for the head. And then you'll want a bigger paper for the body. This one is 12 by 18. And then of course you're going to make the legs and the arms and the hat. So you'll need a paper for the hat. And then you can collect all sorts of scrap papers to decorate and add things to the character. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the witch's head, or your character's head. I'm going to make mine green. Okay, so I'm going to take my marker and make a nice big oval shape for the head. And then I am going to cut around the line. And that's how you'll learn to use your scissors and to cut shapes. So there's the head. It's almost the same size as mine. What does the witch's face need? Well, of course she needs eyes. I'm not going to draw the eyes on. I'm going to cut them out of paper. I'm going to make circles for the eyes out of this white paper. Okay, boys and girls, sometimes when I want to make two of something, I fold my paper in half. See, I just folded it. And then I am going to cut a circle, but because I doubled up the paper, how many circles do you think I'm going to get? And now I have two eyes. When you glue, always put the glue on the object that you're gluing. Don't put it on the big paper because that's just super, super messy. So there's one eye. And here is another eye. Now, to give it a little more detail, I'm going to give the witch some pupils. That's the little round ball in the eye. And that's going to give it a little expression. So what do I do if I want to? I'm going to fold it. See? And then I'm going to make two little balls for the eyes. Okay, and now I can put them here in the middle. That looks kind of funny. I can put them off to the side, then it looks like she's looking sideways. So there's the pupils. Boys and girls, what does my witch need now for the eyes? Well, of course she needs some eyelashes. I'm going to make a fringe for the eyelash so that I can actually pop it up. So here are two little rectangles that I'm going to fit on for the eyelashes. And so that I can curl it up, I am going to cut little tiny slits into the rectangle. And then I'm going to fold it so it gets a little curly. See? See how there's a fringe there? And then I can put her eyelashes on. And to make it extra fancy, I'm going to make a little curve so that it fits really nice. When you glue the eyelashes on, don't glue the whole thing because you want it to pop up. Okay? So that looks kind of cute. And now I'm going to make another one. Of course, I need to give the witch some eyebrows because the eyebrows will show how the witch is feeling. So I'm going to make two little strips for the eyebrows. See? Now watch this. You see my strips? If I put them this way going down, she's going to look angry. If I put them going up, the witch is going to look sad. If I put them straight across, she'll just look sort of calm. So I think I'm just going to put them straight across so she doesn't look like a mean witch. I want my witch to actually look kind of cute. And you can make your character however you want. So, of course, she needs a nose. Now, when I make the nose, I'm going to make a rectangle, you see? And then I'm going to roll it together like this. So that makes a cone, sort of like an ice cream cone. See that? And I'm going to glue it together. If it keeps popping open, you can also certainly use some tape. But I put the glue, I'm going to wind it around and press really, really hard to get the cone because she's going to have a pointy nose that sticks out. Now you'll notice I can't just glue it like this. There's nothing really to glue along the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scissors and cut little tabs into the nose. See the little tabs? And then I'm going to bend the paper out like this. So this way I'll have something to actually glue the nose onto the face. I'm going to trim it a little bit. And this takes time. I'm going to put glue all on these little tabs. Do you see? So take your time. This takes some patience. And this part is a little more advanced. Okay? Pops up, she's got a funny looking pointy nose. I think I'm going to give my witch a nice big smile. So I'm going to cut a curve. Okay? And that will be a nice smile for the witch. Now, if I want to make her look sad, I'll turn this upside down. And then if I want her to be scary, I could give her some teeth. And she'll look grumpy or a little scary looking. Okay? So you decide what expression do you want your witch to have. Now, what is the witch missing? Hair, of course. I cut my paper into strips, and I'll show you how. You take a piece of paper, okay? And then you take the scissor for a walk across the paper. And you go all the way until you get a strip. I want you to cut a few of these so you can put hair onto the witch. So to make the witch's hair a little fancy, I'm going to make an accordion fold. So you go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then when you pull it out, you get a nice wavy hair. And you put the glue just on one end here. See? And then I'm going to glue her hair right here. See, she looks kind of cute now. And then you do it again. Like that. Maybe you want your witch to have curly hair. You take a strip and a pencil or a marker or a crayon, and you're going to wind the strip around the pencil. You see? See how I'm winding it? Just keep going around and around and around and around and around and around and around. See? And then you pull it out and you get a little curl there. Oh, she looks kind of funny now. And maybe I'll give her another piece of curly hair on this side. Sometimes you could just take a strip like this and you could give your witch straight hair. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. So let's see how she's looking. Now she looks pretty cute, except as you can see, she looks bald. So I'm going to give her some bangs. I am going to cut a fringe. So here's my paper. And then I'm going to cut a fringe. Just slit, 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 right? And bend it a little bit so it pops out. And now she's got some bangs. Now she looks kind of cute, but she still doesn't look like a witch, because who can tell us what does the witch need? Well, of course she needs a pointy hat. Now, what is the shape of a witch's hat? And make a nice big triangle there. A triangle is a shape that has 3 sides, kind of like a slice of pizza. And I'm going to attach it with glue. Put the glue here so I know exactly where to attach it. Now, you'll notice that this does not exactly look like a witch's hat. It looks more like a party hat because I need the brim. And you can do it super simple. You could just cut a strip going straight across. And she's starting to look a little bit like a silly, silly witch. And so let's see, how is my witch looking so far? Aw, I think she's kind of cute, boys and girls. Did you make a witch too? Or did you make something else? Now we're going to make the body. Are you ready? I want you to get a big piece of paper for the body. So I'm going to make my witch a dress. For the dress, I'm going to make it sort of like a really big, almost like a triangle, but not with the point on top. Okay? See? I made 2 long lines. And now I'm going to cut, cut, cut along the line. Now I'm going to put a little glue right here, just on the end. And I'm going to attach her head. And now I'm going to add the arms. I'm going to cut 2 shapes that are about the same. They're strips, okay? And then, to make it a little fancy, I am going to make an accordion fold so that they pop out a little bit. So I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth. What does she need? Legs. And I'm going to make legs that are also accordion folds. So here's my orange paper, and I'm going to make them a little skinnier and a little longer. What color are you making your legs? Now she's got legs. What do I need on the bottom of the legs? Can you tell me? Of course she needs shoes. And I'm going to make them with heels so it looks like a witch's shoe. First, I'm going to make 2 shapes like this, okay? And now I'm going to put the heels on. Boys and girls, she's funny looking. She looks a little friendly, and I like her legs too. And now for the added extra touches. In my tray, I have some little stickers, so I'm going to look through and see where I want to decorate. I like these candy corns. This is funny. I'm going to give her some teeth. Aww. And then I'm going to give her a little witch tattoo. Let me see. Oh, this is cute. This little pumpkin guy. I'm going to put him right there. That's her witch tattoo. And put that on the other side. Okay? So I like my decorations. Now for her dress, I'm going to add some decorations and I'm going to give her a little pocket. I'm going to make a pocket shape. You can make a rectangle, you can make it look like this. And then the idea is glue 3 sides down but leave one side open. So I'm going to put my glue just only around the edge because here is where the pocket is. And then what can I put in the witch's pocket? I have an idea. Actually, pictures of candy wrappers. So I am going to put some trick-or-treat candy into the pocket. And you see, and then I can make believe that my witch went trick-or-treating. Okay? I'll put that right in there. You can put anything in the pocket. It's fun. And maybe I'll put a little decoration on there. You can certainly take a piece of paper and you can draw some kind of Halloween idea, right? Like maybe that's a jack-o'-lantern. And then you can cut it out so you actually made your own sticker. So that's really fun too. You can put a belt on the dress, right? You can add whatever it is that you like. My witch. Now there's one thing you might want to add for a finishing touch if you made a witch. You could actually add the broomstick. So here's the stick and I am going to add the broom part over here. I'm going to make it black. So you could start off with a shape that's a little bit like a triangle. But not quite, because don't make it too pointy. That's going to be the broom. And then you can cut some fringes into it so it looks like straw. I am going to glue this to the end here. And then I need to make the band that goes across to hold all the straw together. Now I have a nice little broomstick for my witch. Wow, boys and girls, let's see. How'd your witch come out, or what character did you make? I love this little girl. She's so cute. And you know what? She's got her broomstick so she can fly around and clean up the planet. So she's actually a nice witch. And I'm going to show you a couple of other ideas if you wanted to make a pumpkin head instead of a witch's head. You can do that too. So watch this. Now for the pumpkin head, you can make a nice big shape, sort of like an apple. Jack-o'-lantern, you can then, just like you did with the witch, make a body and legs. Instead of the witch's head, you can put a pumpkin head. So it's really up to you what kind of character that you want to create. Girls, I have another fun project that we can do together. It wouldn't be Halloween, of course, without making a mask. And I'm going to show you how to make a different kind of mask. It's not one that you tie on your head with a string. This mask is made with a stick. You're going to need a piece of corrugated cardboard, and that's cardboard that has these little holes along the edge. They're called cardboard flutes. And then you're going to need to cut a stick. And this part an adult will have to help you with. I want an adult to cut out a shape for the head and then glue the stick to the back with a piece of tape and then poke 2 holes for the eyes so you can see through the mask. And then of course you will need a glue stick, and you might want to use some tape, that could come in handy, a pair of scissors, some different kinds of scrap papers and solid papers that you can decorate with. And it would also be nice to have decorations to add. So you know I like to collect stuff. And here's my bucket. I have pipe cleaners and beads and feathers and pom-poms and ribbon and yarn. If you don't have things like this around your house, be creative and look around and see if you can find some things you can recycle for your mask. Maybe you have bottle caps or old stickers or ribbon, okay? And so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cover up the face with some colored paper. You can use any kind of paper you have around. Piece by piece, I'm going to glue paper so that it's not just all plain white. You see? And then I'm going to add another paper for the head, but I do need to leave room. I don't want to cover up the eyes because then I won't be able to see through it. So I made a shape like that, but you can use any shapes you want. It's kind of like a patchwork where you put piece by piece together. Now I am going to make a mouth for the monster. I think what I'm going to use is these cardboard puzzle pieces. You can use anything you want for the mouth. You can use paper, you can use a pipe cleaner, you can use foam, and you can decide, do you want your monster to be scary? Do you want your monster to be funny? Or maybe you don't want to make a monster. You can make any Halloween character that you want. So there's the monster's mouth. Now, of course, I need to put a nose on the monster. So let's see what I have in my bucket of junk. What could you use for the nose? Do you have something at home you can use? I think this would be good. What do you think of this? Would this pom-pom make a good nose? Girls, if you have plastic items like bottle caps or buttons, you usually need hot glue to glue those things on, so that you're going to have to ask an adult for. But the pom-poms seem to glue pretty good with regular glue stick. Aw, he's funny looking now. Now I'm going to give him some eyes and eyebrows. So he already has these holes for the eyeballs, but the eyebrows are going to give him the expression. And I just found this cow paper. So I think that I am going to make his eyebrows out of this cow paper. And you know that the eyebrows will give the expression. If they're pointed down, he's going to look angry. If they're going up, he's going to look sad. And if the eyebrows go straight across, he's going to look calm. This is kind of funny, because this is just a mixed up expression. He just looks kind of silly. All along the cardboard, there's little tiny holes. Like I said, they're called cardboard flutes. What's fun is you can actually poke things into the cardboard flutes. In my basket here, I have some pipe cleaners. You might find other things at home that you can poke into the flutes. Maybe you have some wire. Now you got to look really carefully, and you see how that actually fits in there. Now he's got a little antenna, or maybe it's hair, okay? But you don't have to leave it plain like that. Now be creative. You can add to the pipe cleaners. So I'm going to take a little feather, and have you ever done this where you twist the item onto the pipe cleaner, you see? And now he's got a little feather and it kind of goes like boing. Now, what's good about this is you can change your mind. So I'm going to take this out, and I actually realized that it would be fun to put some beads on here. So I'm going to string some beads onto my pipe cleaners. And then I'm going to put it back into the head. You don't have to do it exactly like me. You can make yours however you want, but I think he's kind of funny looking now. So I'm going to add some beads to this one. Now, what else can I put along the edge into these holes? I am going to put in a black pipe cleaner, and this time I'm going to twist it around. See? So I made a shape out of the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to find something for my basket that I could tie on. And guess what? I found this gigantic pom-pom. I wonder if I could figure out a way to tie this. I think I can. This is a make it up as you go along project. I want you to be creative and find different ways you could twist and tie and attach things. That actually really is part of the fun. So now I got this pom-pom. Oh, wait, I gotta find a hole for it. Ah, that's a good one. And let's see. This is kind of silly. It's just gonna sort of randomly dangle off the head. That's kind of funny, isn't it? Now, there's something missing on my monster. I need ears. And guess what? I found this sparkly paper, which is really, really nice. See, I like to collect papers, and then when I'm ready to make art, I have stuff to work with. So I'm going to glue that funny looking ear on there. Aw, he's a friendly monster. Now for my finishing touches, I have some stickers. I got a bat, and I got a sticker that says boo. So I'm going to put those on his cheeks. If you don't have stickers, you can certainly draw on some decorations. And boys and girls, now I have a mask, but I don't even have to tie it onto my head. I hold the handle like this, and I cover up my face, and I can have a little Halloween parade, and I can see through the eyes. It's so much fun to make art, and use the supplies that you have at home. Happy Halloween! Be creative! Bye!